Hello there. This is Cindy at cindybdesigns.com. Thank you for joining me today. This is a card that we will be making, and I'm using two different stamp sets. This is also a really good Christmas card too. It's Beautiful Promenade and a deeply discounted Everything is Rosy. And yeah, because I have a very sick sense of humor that's dry. So here we go. Again, that is our card. And I'm going to be showing you what we are going to be doing. So if you look really close so far, there's some good ombre going on of the red flowers that we have. Good dimension, as you can see, with the Stampin' Dimensionals. 3 colors. Beautiful Promenade is our stamp set. There's our flower and our sentiment. I put the dies behind there real quick. Again, the deeply discounted Everything is Rosy, which I still have, and I told you a year ago I was going to keep this, and Delicate Lace, that is going to be our border. In Everything is Rosy, you can use the border stamp that they have, not stamp, but die cut that they have in there as well. So you do have options. I'm speeding this up now, and I have a 4 1/4 square piece of thick Whisper White Memento Tuxedo Black with a Stamparatus tool, and we all know how I use that for everything all the time. And when you have like square pieces of paper like that and want to do one image, you can only hit like all 4 corners. I got a little bit paranoid this time, so I didn't do it, and I did too. Anything with an archival base, heat set it, let it dry, because it will smear if you don't. So I have 3 Stampin' blends. That is Dark Daffodil Delight. It's my original marker that is over 2 years old and completely trashed, and you will see that, from the tip and how I'm rotating and everything like that. I am purposely coloring that to not hit the stamen part, which is really dark, because that is a light color, and I don't want to get the black ink on my marker, even though I did heat set it. It's just the way that the chemicals and the properties are lined up, and that's how it works. So I'm laying down that Dark Daffodil Delight Stampin' Blends marker, because that is going to give me, it's going to help me bring in the orange to the red with color combinations. You could use light gray, you could use light crumb cake. That will take the red in a different direction. But as I'm filling in the Daffodil Light, you can see where it kind of smears a little bit, and you want to keep a piece of Whisper White next to you to rub out any black ink that got onto your marker. So I went ahead and colored in the other one. That is now the Dark Real Red Stampin' Blends. And I'm going to use that for mainly covering up the black stamen part. And if you notice before, when I took the Stamparatus out, I left that flower stamp in there because we're going to go back. So that is, I went down the dark first, which is right now. And then I'm going to be bringing in the light, combining the colors, which is normally, I would not do it that way. I would go from the bottom on up, but I'm on camera, so everything changes. Bringing in the light, real red, circular motions to bring in, or to combine the dark and the light. And you can see how I'm doing that right now. And maybe like watching is better than me trying to articulate it to you. And you can see how it all works out. So we're just going to finish up this flower here, and I'll quit talking about it. But in the meantime, I hope that you're all doing okay and hanging in there. Never expected to see this, kind of virus thing going on in my life or anything like that. I'm just pretty much hibernating. I'm doing this voiceover on Thursday, the 19th of March. And so far, so good. But yeah, it's just kind of a creepy thing. I'm also taking everything online for the next couple months, out of the home, more to online. So let me know what you think about that and look for some Facebook Lives. And I really hope that you join me, to keep stamping, to keep crafting, because we do need that human interaction, even though it's something as simple as this, because I'm starting to get like a little bit stir crazy. I've been in the home for 3 days now. Yeah. So back to coloring. Again, that is dark, real red, and putting that down. Kind of want to keep the edges jagged there. With my personal drafty handwriting, it's kind of hard for me to do that, so I wing it. And again, watch how you use the tips, because you don't want to blunt the edges, and that is what we are looking like. And if you look real close, you can see like the ombre look from the stamen on up. And it's 3 markers. That's simple, and you can do it because red is a fussy color, very fussy. But it's easy. So I went ahead and colored in the other one, just in case I mess up, while die cutting. And that is a double leaf from Everything is Rosy. Again, deeply discounted. Go pick it up, because my class is still online from that too. And that is Granny Apple Green. Yeah, it is. Took out the B block, and I'm just stamping that in the space, the white space, 4 times. And I'm going to get everything die cut. Oh, no. Okay, so I tried to fix this voiceover not happening. This is where I take everything back in and re-stamp it, and why I leave the image on the Stamparatus door. As you can tell, it makes a big difference and just really pops out those images, the crisp lines, everything. It gives like a snappy factor to your project. So now we have the Big Shot, and when you re-stamp, let it dry or heat set it. Stampin' Up! Has the most fun line art images that are so easy to use, to create with, to color with, to experiment with, do your thing with. And going through the Big Shot, here we are. I'm going to pull the leaves out, and then off screen, I'm going to end up cutting the rest of my images. So we have a little bit more Big Shot work to do, and I'm bringing in that die from Delicate Lace, kind of centering it, left to right, because that is 5.5 inches long. Run it through the Big Shot real slow to make sure that I get everything out without the precision base plate, because it is an intricate die, but it did work out. So I'm bringing in our pad there and our brush, which is now the take your pick, but I grab that, and that's what we look like, and that's what that die is going to look like. So we're in the home stretch now. Those strips, look to the left. That's what we call the bones of Stampin' Dimensionals. The side around the dimensionals. Use them up. I use them on things like this, to where I need like a really long strip, a border, and there we are. So now we're going to start constructing the card and putting everything together. That is my purple tape that you hear me talk about a lot. It is painter's tape. You can pick it up at Lowe's, Home Depot, any place like that. And I'm starting to get everything lined up now. I did cut some footage out here because I monkeyed around with that layout for a long time there. That is post-it note tape. So I'm trying to get everything together there. You can also use that stick and press that I've showed before too. And it's right behind me, and I don't know why I didn't grab it and leave out that middle leaf there. So, that was a struggle that you will see. Saw something not so nice on my thick Whisper White cardstock there. Sand eraser, took it off, peeled the backing paper off to the bones of the Stampin' Dimensionals, getting that, lined up and down. So now I'm taking Tombow Mono, which is our liquid adhesive, to the back of the leaves and putting little teeny tiny dots on there. I'm gonna like snake everything down and fit it in there and kind of wing it, because I know what my sentiment's gonna be like too, and what I want to do, and the length and everything. And it's that building process. You've been through it yourself before too. So I'm pulling off my Post-it note tape, kind of fudge the flowers a little bit, get that one last leaf image in there, move everything away, figure it out finally, because that did take some time. Little liquid adhesive glue dots on the back, pencil mark to where I know where to put the stem, so it works out. And there we go. So I'm going to be putting Stampin' Dimensionals on the very back of our flowers there. And again, that's where I'm utilizing like, a little bone there, so to speak. Trim it off. Very old dimensionals I have that I want to use up. So I'm going to lay them down and then peel them off, get everything set up like you see here. And now we're going to finish up constructing the card. And I'm going to be bringing in the sentiment, kind of looking at that. It's like, where do I put this? How do I line this up? What do I do? And of course, my Stampin' is going to help me figure it out, which I do have 10% off on that, just from me to you until the end of March. So if you want to take advantage of this, let me know, and we will figure it out. That's just kind of like what I can do for you, or I'll kind of, hold up here and winging it. Pull the door off the Stampin', make sure everything was lined up, got that down, and I'm happy with the impression, and we are just going to, get this together now. Pull the release paper off the back of those two flowers there, lining everything up, making sure it looks pretty. Playing with it some more, because yeah, I kind of did struggle a little bit. Those sequins are from a paper pumpkin kit from, I don't know, 8-9 months ago. Same with the glue dots that you see on the right. I don't have to buy that anymore, and I haven't for years now, because I have my paper pumpkin ones for less than, $20 a month. Images, you've seen me talk about this before, definitely do it. So I laid down my glue dots where I wanted to get my, 3 sequins in. They're silverish clear, and again from a paper pumpkin for that little extra added dimension, pizzazz that's not in our annual catalog. So I think that we should kind of wing this and get through it together. There's our card. If you need anything, a talk, a text, human contact, most of you have my text number. In email, cindy@cindybdesigns.com or cindycoots@gmail.com, COUTTS. If you need anything, let me know. Like, subscribe, leave a comment, and we're going to get through this together, okay? Again, please let me know if you need anything. Be well, have a great weekend, and I will see you next week. All right? God bless.